Have a seat. Okay, welcome Aiman for this interview session. So, how do you manage to come to our company?
I drove here
Oh,
a bit early.
bit
Prepared for
early.
the traffic jam.
Oh,
And
so good of you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so we are here, the manager and the manager for different departments. So this is Puan Maria from manager from accounting department, and I, Puan Nur from department of audit, and then this one is Aini from department of taxation, and this one is Shafika from department of HR.
Good to meet
So,
you.
yeah, good to meet you too. So, we will start our question in short. So, have you ready for this interview session?
All prepared.
All prepared. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So, we proceed with the first question.
Could you tell me about yourself?
Okay, so about myself. So my name is Muhammad Aiman bin Badrul Zaman. I'm 21 years old and I'm undergoing my bachelor's in accounting. So something interesting about myself is I've lived overseas for a majority of my life. So I went there at the age of 4 following my parents and had my whole childhood there. And I came back to Malaysia to continue my studies in foundation and degree. So I could say that I've understand the concept of culture shock. I went through it, so I know different culture, met and learn with different nationality and people. So that's something about myself.
So, which country are you staying for a long half of your life?
So I followed my dad who got a job application at Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. So that's where I went to school and etc.
What do you know about our company?
Okay, so the most cliche answer is we know that you are the Big Four, and I recently went to a company visit. So I really admire the concept of open space, because when you introduce the open space, it will expose more collaboration and ideas will be passed around between co-workers. So that's something I'm looking forward to in joining your company.
So, you like the working environment as the open space working
Yes.
environment, right?
Exactly.
And then, why do you want to apply your internship in our company aside of the we being as the big four company? Aside from that, what made you interested to apply to us?
Of course, so first because to graduate from a degree, I have to take the 6 months compulsory internship, and something interesting is because KPMG is well known for its assurance, advisory, and taxation, and I'm hoping it will take me and progress my career in the right path.
Okay, as we go through your latest resume, what department you prefer to intern in?
So I'm targeting to take audit because I believe it's the best pathway to gain knowledge, because it's more comprehensive and it's more engaging, because you will do audit work and you will meet with all different clients, and that's where you will learn all sorts of experience and knowledge in the accounting career.
So you like audit. As you know, in auditing in our company, we do have individual working working style and also team working style. So which one do you prefer? You prefer to work to complete your tasks by your own, or you want to be in a team?
So I prefer to be in a team because that's where you will get the greatest or the best result, because you're not just having one mind, you're having a collective mind to solve and interpret something which will help benefit our client in our audit work.
Okay. So based on your past your resume, we do have find your past achievement and so off. So could you please tell us about your the situation where you disagree with your team members, the situation where your team members and how you handle it
I disagree with my team member.
during your society or any event during your study time.
So I think there was this program where I think the chairperson of the society, he kind of had a big ambition. So, and we were like, it's already at the end of the tenure. So, and we already we're already preparing for the finals. So we already end the tenure, but he wanted to do one more program to site visit a company, and it kind of messed with a lot of our group's schedule. But I think because this is what he registered and he wanted to fulfill this as becoming the chairperson, so we did make it happen. But we had we had the support from all other bureaus, not just from our bureau who's organizing this program. So I think at the end of the day is teamwork is very important, because you cannot do everything on by yourself, and by having that relationship you will have people are willing to help. So you just have to seek and have a good relationship with them, because they will be happy to help you in your worst or bad down situation.
Wow, it is good because you are being exposed to the real world organization is. So the next question is, what is your weaknesses that you have, and how you handle your weaknesses in your daily life and also in socialize with others.
Okay, so one of my weaknesses I could say is because of my shyness. I could say I would not like contribute or interact with, for example, when you're doing accounting works, you have to participate. So I struggle to participate unless they forcefully ask us to participate. So that's one of the weaknesses. And also for my professional interaction, because previously I haven't entered any society work, so I have never had to interact with professional or high level people in the accounting industry. So for me to overcome my weaknesses, joining the Bachelors of Accounting Council really exposed me with the accounting background, accounting people, and right now I'm working with HR of different accounting profession and accounting bodies. So slowly and surely I will improve my interpersonal and professional interaction skills.
Okay, as you said before, you want to intern in audit department. So as an intern, when the accounting manager at the client company want you to not include some figure, so what you will do at that time to tell the manager it is wrong, and
So if I find any unethical or behavior by the client, I'll firstly report to the manager of the group manager for our group, our auditing group, and he will resolve with the higher authority of KPMG, because this act really reflects the company. We don't want to have a negative image of KPMG. So it's really important to report back and not let this action occur, because this is very important, because accounting, as we all know, there is still a lot of work need to be done in their standards, and as a future leader we need to be ethical in order to construct a better standards for all accounting policies.
So out of your various achievements you stated in your resume, would you like to share with us what are the challenges that you face in order to achieve that achievement?
Okay, so one of the program I organized was I was the head of sponsor. So head of sponsor, our target was 1,800 for the program for Excel workshop, and I think this was like 2 weeks before the program, and still there wasn't any response. So I directly contact one of the HR of a company, and she was very interested, but I could say I was constantly on the phone with her. I could say a solid 3 hours, giving all the information needed to process the tax exemption and so on. And this is like the greatest challenge, because this is my first time interacting with an HR, because you need to have a professional attitude and approach. And to my my act, I was able to get around 3,000, exceeding our target goal. So that's one of my greatest achievement.
So how did you manage your time to meet your deadline in all of the programs that you have joined before, and how you handle the pressure?
Okay, so it's really important to manage my education and my society work. So one of the ways that I overcome this is by having a schedule. For example, this week I have to achieve this work for my society, and also not forgetting all my quizzes and assignments. So what's really important to keep me less pressured is to think ahead, prepare myself, list down all of the work early on and do it all early, so there won't be any pressure or last minute changes for the society and also for my education. So that's how I...
So what do you know about the audit process in the organization or the company?
Okay, so from what we learned through the theory of our classroom is the 4 process of planning. So planning includes documentation, vouching of all the documents, and then secondly action, which is going to the site and stock count all of the necessary items. Thirdly is constructing the report and meeting with the review manager for validation on the report, and lastly to submit it to the manager of the group, audit group.
Okay, quite good. So now now it's your turn. What do you have any question?
I got a few.
For us.
I got a few. So first is, okay, I don't have any working experience from my resume, so I want to ask, as a staff of KPMG, what sort of experience should I look forward to, and sort of your working experience and insight from KPMG staff?
So you want to our personal working
Yes.
experience?
Yes.
So I have once worked with the UNICEF. So as the volunteer, so I once go to the Africa to do the volunteerism program. So it is outside of our field, outside of my field, but it is very enrich my personal experience, and then it give me value. So I want to, so as my advice for you, as a student, you should enrich yourself personally, academically, and also spiritually. So because what we want as our employee, we want is an individual that have character as value. That is what we want to serve for the KPMG.
Okay, so my last question is, what do KPMG expect from their interns?
Basically, KPMG expect that the intern student can work independently and less supervision from the senior accountant, and the interns also need to honest in their works and provide and have integrity and work together in a team. And lastly, respect the individual.
Do you have any other question?
I think those will be enough.
That's what
Yes.
we know. Okay, so in short, we want to know we want you to promote yourself, why we should hire you in this KPMG as the internship.
Okay, as interns, we are here to learn. So for me, I'm eager to learn all necessary skills, knowledge on auditing from all of the members of KPMG, and that's my objective, to learn from all of my experience here for 6 months in KPMG.
Okay, that's all from this interview session. Thank you.
Thank you.